The woman had just fired her husband's secretary. Immediately, she received a provocative text message from the secretary she had just let go. The message claimed that her husband had stayed with the secretary all day long just to comfort her. Despite the insult, the woman chose not to make a scene. Instead, she went straight to the source of his power and ordered the freezing of every single asset under her husband's name. She didn't stop there. She devised a plan to saddle him with hundreds of millions of dollars in debt. After setting her plan in motion, she took her wedding dress and burned it to ashes. She was officially done with her husband and their relationship. Completely unaware of the storm heading her way, the secretary believed that hooking up with the man was her golden ticket into a wealthy and powerful family. She couldn't help herself and sent yet another provocative text to the wife. In the message, she boasted that the man would be taking her to the wife's favorite restaurant for dinner that very night. Little did she know, the woman couldn't be bothered with such a petty nobody. The woman simply blocked the secretary's number and moved on. However, her husband suddenly showed up at that exact moment. He told her she needed to attend his mother's birthday celebration that evening. Since she had already decided on a divorce, she turned him down, claiming she was far too busy with work. Unexpectedly, this sent her husband into a total rage. He accused her of just pretending to be busy despite him. He even threw his secretary in her face, saying she was the one who was truly hard at work. He went as far as telling his wife she should learn from the secretary on how to be more thoughtful toward him. Hearing those words was the final straw. The woman could no longer contain her anger. She pulled out the divorce agreement she had already prepared and told him to sign it immediately. Just then, the husband's phone rang. It was the secretary. His tone shifted instantly, becoming soft and concerned. When he heard the secretary had hurt her leg, he abandoned his wife and rushed out of the house to be by her side. But the woman, who had long since lost all hope in him, didn't even feel sad. She thought about their history and decided she owed it to his parents to show up for one last family meal. Shockingly, when she arrived at her in-laws' house that night, she found that her husband had brought the secretary along with him. The father-in-law flew into a rage the moment he saw them together. He knew perfectly well that his son's success was only possible because of the woman's financial backing. He immediately warned his son that bringing a secretary to a private family dinner was completely inappropriate. Seeing the tension, the secretary put on a wronged act and tried to leave, but the husband and mother-in-law quickly stopped her. The mother-in-law had always resented the woman for not having children after years of marriage. She also hated the woman's confident attitude, so she insisted on the secretary staying, using her own birthday as an excuse. During the meal, she even praised the secretary, calling her a perfect match for her son. She was doing it intentionally just to humiliate the woman. Noticing his wife looked upset, the man tried to play the part of the attentive husband and picked up a shrimp for her. Little did he know shrimp was the one thing his wife hated most in the world. Seeing an opportunity, the secretary jumped in with a conciliatory act. She suggested that the man must have gotten his wires crossed. She pointed out that she was actually the one who loved eating shrimp. The woman had zero interest in fighting over a man like him. She simply told the secretary that if she loved shrimp so much, she was welcome to have them all. And with that, she stood up and walked straight out of the banquet. Before she left, she dropped the signed divorce agreement in the living room. When the father-in-law saw the papers, he could no longer hold back his fury. He ordered his son to go after her and apologize at once. But the man dismissed it, thinking his wife was just throwing a tantrum to embarrass him in front of his family. However, the father-in-law remained rational and told him he'd have to swallow his pride. He reminded his son that without the woman, he would have never achieved his current status. He told him he needed to learn the meaning of gratitude and cherish the woman who made him. Under his father's command, the husband reluctantly went to the living room to find her, but all he found was the divorce agreement waiting for him.